Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Sri Ram Devarajan. Today in this video I am going to discuss introduction part for polynomial, which is chapter 2 for CBSE class 10 mathematics students. Before proceeding towards exercise, in this introduction one must know what is polynomial. Before discussing more about polynomial, we have to know some basic things in polynomial. What is term? If I take example sum for you, here this one, which is a number, coefficient of u. This u is variable. For example, if I take 2y, here number part is 2, variable is y. 3s, here number part is 3, variable is s. 4u square plus 6u plus 1, here 3 terms, 4u square, 6u, 1, here only one term, 2y, 3s. Number part is 4, variable is u. Number part is 6, variable is u. This is constant term. 6t cube plus 5t square plus 4t plus 3. Here number part is 6, variable is t. Here number part is 5, here number part is 4, constant term 3, but variable is t. Next important one, number of types of polynomial on basis of term. Types of polynomial on basis of terms. 2x, only one term, monomial. 2x plus 3, here we have 2 terms, binomial. 5x square minus 2x plus 3, here we have 3 terms, trinomial. These things one must know before proceed further towards polynomial. All these are polynomial, but we are saying if you have one term monomial, if you have 2 term binomial, if you have 3 term trinomial. Next one, degree of polynomial. What is degree of polynomial? Highest power of the variable in polynomial. When you say how to find, or when you say or how to find a degree of the polynomial, highest power of the variable in polynomial. Here we have 2x, power is 1, degree of the polynomial is 1. Here 2x plus 3, here power is 1, degree of the polynomial is 1. Here we have 5x square minus 2x plus 3. Highest power means here 1, here 2. Highest power is 2. Degree is 2. That's all. From the polynomial we can easily find the degree of the polynomial, which is the highest power of the variable in polynomial. Example, further I am going to discuss more example. First one, 2s, degree is 1 because x power 1, highest power. Second example, x power 4 plus 3x power 3 plus 4. Here x cube, here x power 4, highest degree 4. Third example, x square plus x plus 1, highest degree 2. Fourth example, x power 3 plus x square plus x plus 1, highest degree is 3. These are all examples for finding the degree of the polynomial. First example, highest power x power 1, degree is 1. In second example, highest degree x power 4, the highest power is 4, degree is 4. In third example, highest power is 2, degree is 2. In fourth example, highest power is 3, degree is 3. Types of polynomial. 2x plus 4, degree is 1, we call it as linear polynomial. 5x square minus 2x plus 3, degree is 2, it is a quadratic. 4x cube minus 5x square plus 6, highest power is 3, degree is 3, we call it as cubic polynomial. If degree highest power is 1, degree is 1, linear polynomial. In the example 2, highest power is 2, degree is 2, we call it as quadratic. In third example, power is 3, degree is 3, which is a cubic polynomial. Now next one, how to find zeros of polynomial. Other name for zero, roots. The value of variable for which polynomial becomes equal to 0. The value of variable for which the polynomials becomes equal to 0. If I take p of x, 2x plus 4, if I equate to 0, 2x equal to minus 4, x equal to minus 4 by 2, which is minus 2. The value of variable x, which is minus 2, if I substitute x equal to minus 2, this 2x plus 4 becomes equal to 0. This minus 2 is called 0 or roots of the polynomial. I am taking linear polynomial. That's all. The value of the variable for which the polynomial becomes equal to 0. Here x is minus 2, I am replacing x by minus 2, this 2x plus 4 becomes 0, which is a linear polynomial. Therefore only one zeros or one root, that root is minus 2, or that minus 2 is called zeros. Number of zeros in polynomial equal to degree. If you find the number of zeros straight away from the polynomial, see the degree, that should be the number of zeros for that polynomial. For example, 2x plus 4, which is linear, power is 1. Here number of zeros 1. Second example, x square plus 5x plus 6, here degree is 2, which is quadratic, number of zeros 2 because of power 2. For linear, number of zeros 1. For quadratic, number of zeros 2. For cubic, number of zeros 3. See here, 4x cube minus 5x square plus 6, which is a cubic polynomial. Highest power is 3, degree is 3. For this cubic polynomial, number of zeros which is equivalent to 3, or otherwise number of roots equal to 3. Now geometrical meaning of the zeros of polynomial p of x. First example, here in the first example we can easily say number of zeros. For finding the number of zeros, here one curve, it cuts the y-axis. If the curve touches the x-axis and cut the x-axis, then we can say easily number of zeros. It is in this example 1, the curve cuts y-axis, therefore number of zeros equal to 0. Second example, here curve cuts x-axis as well as y-axis. For finding number of 0, the curve touches the x-axis or cuts the x-axis. Here curve cuts at one point, here curve touches the or cut the y-axis, but for finding 0, a curve must touches or cuts the x-axis. Here number of zeros, for example 2 is 1. See the example 3, how to find number of zeros. Here in xy plane, 0, x, x dash, y, y dash. I am drawing a one curve. See, here the curve touches x-axis, here x-axis, it cuts the x-axis, here the curve cuts the x-axis, here the curve cuts the x-axis. In how many points? Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, number of zeros equivalent to 4. Here in this example 4, curve cut at 2 points. Here the first point, here the number 2 is the second point. For number of 0 for example 4 is 2. See, in the fifth example, I am drawing one curve. Here cuts the x-axis. Here the curve touches the x-axis. Therefore, this is a point 1. This is a point 2. For this curve, number of zeros we can easily say which is 2. In this introduction part, we have seen geometrical meaning of zeros of polynomial, what is the definition of zeros of polynomial, and also types of polynomial, and most important one, degree of the polynomial. And initially we have discussed types of polynomial on basis of terms by saying monomial, binomial, trinomial. All these things, introduction part, very important, discussing many problem in exercise 2.1 and 2.2 in the chapter 2 polynomial for CBSE class 10 mathematics students. In this introduction part, you have to know each and every basic things, definition and all the important information, so that it is easily for you to solve the problem in both exercise 2.1 and 2.2. In the upcoming video, I will discuss exercise 2.1 and 2.2. Just you subscribe my channel, share my channel and like my channel. Thank you.